But unfortunately, protests in Nigeria is not done in the way civilized people do. So I don't think there's any need for any protest, because there is no protest that will not be hijacked by violence, by miscreants. The last protest in Maraba, we had to pay money more than 5 times to cross. Somebody is protesting against the government and asking motorists to give them money. They were damaging our vehicles, asking us to pay from one point to the other. Both retired and serving criminals in Maraba, all of them came out. And they were collecting money from people. Is that protest? Is protest going to somebody's shop to go and loot rice? You go and loot Indomie and whatever? That's not protest. Protest should come out peacefully and express your anger. But it is not possible in Nigeria. If that is the case, people should forget about protest, because there is no protest that will not be hijacked.
Protests in Nigeria have historically been driven by economic challenges, political discontent, and demands for social justice, particularly since the country returned to democracy on May 29, 1999. Significant movements include the early demonstration against Sharia law, fuel price hikes, and the impactful #EndSARS campaign, which began on October 8, 2020, as a peaceful protest against police brutality. This movement gained widespread support, but turned tragic on October 20, 2020, when military personnel allegedly shot unarmed protesters at the Lekki toll gate, highlighting the struggle for justice in Nigeria. In August 2024, another protest arose under the #EndBadGovernance banner, starting peacefully on August 1st, but quickly descended into violence and chaos, leading many participants to withdraw. Police thwarted plans for a follow-up march on October 1st, further frustrating citizens. Recurring issues like poverty, human rights abuses, corruption, and political dissatisfaction continue to fuel these protests, leaving many Nigerians questioning the effectiveness of such movements in the face of strong resistance. In response to youth frustrations, President Bola Tinubu announced the 30-day Youth Empowerment Conference during his Independence Day speech on October 1st, aiming to foster dialogue between the government and young Nigerians. Rootstv surveilled public opinion on the failed protest and the upcoming conference, revealing mixed reactions.
Let me be honest with you. If you look at Jonathan regime, you look at when eminent people come out for protests, a lot of people will surround them. But how will you come out for protest when you are not in a figure? You understand? There's no figure to say, this person is a figurehead that want to lead this protest. Everybody have been silenced. Because if a common man come out the street, who would be recognized? If you look at what the protests they have used through before at the goal of the day, you will see professors, see doctors line up, and people will come out to join them. But how will you find out that a common man in the street, who knows them? So when somebody come out and they are not being known, they are not well known, nobody will join them for protests.
I thought Showore is well known and other activists.
Actually, yes, but if you look at what I'm trying to say, I remember when these protests that happened in Lagos, Ganifa Omeche, the garden, whatever, we saw a lot of prominent men in Nigeria. So when they came out, there are some people me and you can respect. I said, if this man can come out, I will join. But when somebody is not known and he come out for the street, they say this man is a hungry man. And nobody will come out to stand by that person. Because these are the people that can lead protests. Even in the Western world, that's how it works.
While we're talking about youth. So he made that speech saying that more of the population of Nigerians are more of the youth. So he would love to have a youth conference, with Nigerian youth. So I don't know, you are at least, we had a conversation earlier, you say you're older than Nigeria. So far in your years and all of that, what do you think about this conference that he's, making it, because listening to it yesterday, it's really big, it's really, really ready to invest in it. So do you think it's a way of, it's going to cover, unemployment, it's going to make a whole lot of things?
No, it shouldn't be. I will want to quote that The youth conference should not be the jamboree. Are you with me? Not this issue of dance. Hey. That would be disgusting. Which youth are coming? Is it to dash their attention, give them food, let them go back and remain the same? Let them invite a youth with a purpose. Are you with me? To drive the economy joyously in this country, you need the youth. You can see development in the technology. The youth are there. That was where the protest of 1977 happened. Ali must go. They are seeing the reality. You are telling them it's not like that. Are you with me? That was the cause of Ali must go 1977. But now you should give them a chance. They are now seeing a sense of belonging. Let them come with opinion. Let them drive their proposal. Present it. Not everybody. Strategically, each of these people will have a different potential that are deeper than any other thing. I salute the courage of Nigerian youth. They are resilient. Are you with me? Then you are now paying them money to go and begin to do this thing. That is disappointing. I saw them now sharing paper for what? This they have the creative idea. If that is what is looking at, that is lofty. Point number 1. 2, that will be the one that will regenerate, recreate, reinvigorate the wisdom that are already going to die. Are you with me? We can see the samples of Wole Soyinkas and all these people. Then our prayer should be to regenerate another Wole Soyinka, another Chike Obis, another all these people, Sinu Achebe and all these people.
That is the biggest problem we are facing now, because the protest is not working. So what is the necessary thing to do? That is another problem. Now the people who are in power refuse to take the mantle of leadership to do the right thing. So, and when the masses comes out to protest as a way of doing things legally, they will still use 1 or 2 people working with them to chase them out, or they will go and mobilize thugs to chase those who are peacefully protesting, which is making this thing not to work. And there is no way we can make it work apart from people who are in leadership to change, to do the right thing which they were elected for in the office. That is the only thing I know that can happen and that will make that change in this country.
So for me, I think if the government can come out with that conference, it's going to also create employment for the youth. It will also inform them of the government activities, because one of the major problems we are having as at now is that the National Orientation Agency, they are not doing much to sensitize the public, to sensitize the youth, to sensitize the society about what they're supposed to do. And that is why we have a lot of indiscipline going on. As I was coming on the road with my partner, Ambassador Mayor David Bucheze, the publisher of the iconic Watch magazine, we saw some people throwing gala this thing on the road. We saw some people throwing granite peel on the road. It's not supposed to be so. If the National Orientation Agency were out to sensitize the youth, the people, they would have known that you are not supposed to throw that thing on the road. You're supposed to keep it inside your car or look for where we have dustbin to drop it. And as a matter of fact, 2 of us, myself and Ambassador David Bucheze, we cautioned them that, look, when you eat, try to always put it on the dustbin, which means we are even doing the job of the orientation agency, which is, I think, the government can use that avenue too. They can invite those people who are in charge of these organizations to actually use that avenue to educate our masses, educate our youth on so many vices that are going on. So for me, I think the government is on the right path. It's going to yield a very good result.
Both the
protesters and the government, no one is sincere. Because some of these promoters of protesters are also sponsored by government. So the youth are the ones suffering the whole thing. You call for this protest, an innocent youth will come out to come and show their displeasure of bad governance, and at the end they will be killed. At the end, the police will arrest them. So now, everybody, it has created fear on everybody and no longer confidence. Nobody is confident that if I go out, I'll be able to come back. Okay, in the other hand, if the protesters will now go and protest, nobody will protest for the due cause. They begin to look for advantages, what to loot, what to spoil, this and that. So when you add all these things, you see that both government and the masses, no one is getting it right. So
it's used to replace those properties. So that is from the government. But I want to use this avenue to appeal to the government. I want to use this avenue to plead with the government to please come to the aids of the common men. The economy is so harsh. The Nigerians are not smiling. The suffering is too much. Let the government actually come up with a solution that can actually calm the frayed nerves, because people are really, really suffering. It is only those who are on top are the ones that are not feeling what the common men are suffering.
And let's give him a trial, because we don't know what is his mind. It is when, after the conference, if whatever that is agreed are not followed, then we can judge him for that. But since he's the one calling for that forum, let's give him a chance.
Do you think that conference will work? Talk about the one that happens during Jonathan time. Did they implement it till now? That is the question mark. There are many questions begging for answers, yet we have not gotten it. You understand? So holding conference is not an issue. People can gather. You understand me? But the real thing, can it be done? What is even troubling the states now, the nation now? Can that thing really be fixed after talking? Now the fuel thing, they say, okay, they will. Now the thing is even going. Today it's 1,000 naira. Some people say more than 1,000 naira. So what are we going to do to make this country better? Is by electing the right people in office and making them to work. Holding them accountability for them to work, because these people are being paid by taxpayers' money and yet they relax, feeling like nothing will happen. So the problem we have in this country is not by talking, it's by action. That is what I understand, that is the best thing to work for this country.
While some view the conference as a positive initiative, others are skeptical, fearing it may be another empty political gesture without meaningful outcomes.